Guys, welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, where you get daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. We already have over 100 people in the room. We are live on multiple platforms, including my TikTok. Head on over to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, or you can stay here. We have some breaking news in regards to Wendy Williams and her daytime talk show. As you know, we have been following this story for months now. And in an exclusive from TMZ, they are saying there are some big changes coming over to the Wendy Williams show. All right, let me show y'all my face. What's going on, guys? Don't forget to like the video. I will be dropping the call-in link for you guys to call in and share your thoughts. All of you have been asking me for months now to go live and to cover this story. As you know, we've done multiple pre-recorded videos talking about this, but I said, you know what? This is breaking news. Let's get to it. Let's get into it. We talked about this story that possibly Sherri Shepherd would become the permanent replacement for Wendy Williams. As you know, Wendy Williams has been dealing with several different ailments. She was supposed to come back in September. They pushed it back. And there were multiple reports. It had to do with her Graves' disease. It had to do with her legs. There were a lot of different stories. Then we were hearing from the streets that there was more happening with Wendy Williams when it comes to her alcohol drinking. Then there was another report that allegedly Wendy Williams may have had or may have dementia. You know, just over the weekend, we did another story, and I've linked this story in the description of this video, talking about Wendy Williams' recent lawsuit against Wells Fargo, her gaining access to the millions of dollars. A lot of you, and shout out to all of you that are such wonderful people that come from different backgrounds that have worked in banking and explain that maybe they're doing it for her own good. We've been covering stories where we have been alleging that Wendy may have dementia. So it makes sense that the bank may not want to give her access to the money and just, you know, people that are in her life access to this millions of dollars. Still no word on that lawsuit. They just filed that lawsuit on Friday. Now we're hearing, according to TMZ, that Wendy Williams more than likely will be replaced by Sherri Shepherd. However, let me get into the details of this, guys. Do the things that y'all usually do for YouTube to support the channel. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. The road to 100,000 subscribers is right around the corner, and we do not take that lightly. We are excited about the things that we have coming to the channel and what we plan to do to celebrate that feat. So thank you to everyone that's been subscribed since the beginning. We appreciate you. All right. So this is what TMZ is reporting. And only reason why I said this is breaking news was because we literally reported on this story before the new year. We thought we would get more information at the top of this new year, that we would have a permanent replacement host for the Wendy Williams show. But as you know, contracts are involved, everyone. Keep that in mind. Contracts are involved. It's not something they're just going to do easily, because Wendy does have people that still miss her, that still want her to be on the show. And there are also advertisers. Are these guest hosts bringing in the right amount of people? You know, the ratings matter. We did another story a few months ago. Ratings have been up with Sherri Shepherd. Speaking of Sherri Shepherd, that was the person that we mentioned more than likely would take over the Wendy Williams show. Some of you thought, well, are they going to change the name? Of course, they're going to change the name. They're not going to call it the Wendy Williams show featuring Sherri Shepherd. But this is what TMZ is reporting in their exclusive. As you know, we always cite our sources. After the live, we'll post the link in the description of this video. You will have an opportunity to call in, guys. Be sure to like the video if you haven't already. Let's get to 250 likes and we'll drop the call in so you can share your thoughts on all of the stories that we've been reporting on in regards to Wendy Williams. But this is what TMZ is reporting in regards to Sherri Shepherd taking over the show as a permanent guest host. As you know, they've had several different guest hosts. This week, I believe it's Remy Ma and Fat Joe. And a lot of these guest hosts have been fabulous. The only ones that I've kind of watched was Sherri Shepherd, Leah Remini. She was really, really good. I haven't watched Michael Rappaport because... With that being said, this is what TMZ is reporting. They said the Wendy Williams show has had a revolving door this season of hosts because of the struggles of Wendy Williams. So now TMZ is learning that a permanent guest host is about to be named. A permanent guest host is about to be named. Multiple sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ Sherri Shepherd will take the reins of the show beginning in September. According to their sources, they say the deal is almost locked and everyone involved expects it will be inked in the very near future. As you know, Sherri Shepherd is no newbie to daytime television. As you know, she was a former guest host of The View for many, many seasons. So her coming into the spot at one point when Wendy had taken the hiatus before, Sherri came in. So many people have loved her. Now, the second time around, Sherri has come back. Again, people still love Sherri. People keep saying, we want Sherri. We want Sherri. As you know, there was another story where Sherri's best friend came out and said, no, she's not going to take over the Wendy Williams show. If anything, she's going to have her own show. And then I counteracted that by saying, well, it will probably be her own show. I was just excited that Sherri Shepherd's coming back to New York. Hey, Sherri. I know Sherri's publicist and she's in good hands. She's in good hands. Sherri is a lovely human being. But there's more to this story. It's not over for Wendy Williams. For those that are just joining us, I'm not reading the comments just yet, y'all. It's not over for Wendy Williams. Apparently, producers are going to wait and see these next couple of months to see how Wendy is doing. So this is what TMZ is reporting. They said, now here's the way it will work. The folks who produced the show will be monitoring Wendy's progress between now and September. If Wendy gets better, there's an open door for her to return. If, however, it appears she's unable to return, then they would change the name of the show as early as September, which will mark the 15th season of the show. So as you know, Wendy Williams has been struggling health-wise. We've seen her recently in Florida with her son. We also saw her coming out of a wellness center in Florida where she said, Wendy Williams is doing just fine. But there have been other reports counteracting that narrative, including her brother Tommy. But I've said to you before, right before Wendy even left her show, she had a public beef with her brother. And the communication between them has been very far and not very close. Okay. So according to TMZ sources, they say that the Fox station group, which carries the show on its own and operated stations, is on board with this move to replace Wendy with Sherri Shepherd. As you know, Wendy stepped away late last year, right before the summer. They're just reminding us of the serious complications that she has dealt with in regards to her lymphedema and, her Graves' disease. But as I said to you before, a lot of the times it appeared to us and those that have been following the story that the show has been using this as an excuse for other real issues that have been going on in Wendy Williams' life. Look, there have been so many different stories that have come out from sources close to production at the Wendy Williams show that some are not sad to see her go. I've heard that story. Some that were concerned, that was the consistent story before we started having guest hosts, that people were concerned for their jobs. People were thinking, they didn't think that they would have this opportunity with these guest hosts, that they would even have a position, that they would have to be looking for work. All right, let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. I just wanted to get the story out there for those that are just joining us. We're talking about Sherri Shepherd becoming the permanent guest host of the Wendy Williams show. They are going to be monitoring Wendy Williams' health from now until September. Right now, they are allegedly figuring out the details of what that contract will look like for Sherri Shepherd. But depending on what transpires between now and September, that might be the end of the Wendy Williams show as we see it as Wendy Williams. Of course, they're going to change the name of the show. All right, let's see what you guys are saying. I've loved, and so many of you in the comment section have said you've loved Sherri on the show. You have loved her. You have loved her. I've loved her. I love Sherri Shepherd. I have seen the growth of Sherri Shepherd from The View to who she is today. She can handle the show on her own. It's been a dream of hers, according to the streets. I think she may have said it publicly too. It's been a dream of hers to have her own talk show. I believe she even said it on Wendy Williams at one point, that she would hope to have her own daytime talk show at some point. And, we weren't sure. Look, we weren't sure. But she has shown multiple times from hosting the Wendy Williams show in Wendy's absence that she can do it. She's funny. She's a comedian. She is a hustler, Sherri Shepherd. As you know, she's still paying for that baby. Yes. Remember that man she married? And they had the surrogate. She's paying child support for a child she's never met. Oh, y'all didn't think we were going to talk about that, huh? Sherri, I'm sorry, Sherri. I love you. Shout out to our publicists. I love y'all too. But straight shooter, we got to talk about what's been in the streets too. She is still paying child support, but Sherri has kept a job. She always keeps her job. She's been in movies. She's been on multiple shows. And now she has this guest spot. And I keep telling y'all, daytime talk is where it needs to be. It's where it needs to be. All right. We have almost 800 people in the live chat. We appreciate you guys being here. If you haven't already, before I drop the call link, let's get to 350 likes. Let's get to 350 likes. I will drop the call-in link. I want to hear what you guys have to say about this because we have been covering this Wendy Williams story for months now, and we haven't done a live talking about it and hearing what you guys have to say. A lot of you join us in the comment section, and shout out to the replay crew. If you're watching the replay of this was a last-minute live that we decided to do because when we have breaking news, we got to go live. And that's part of the reason why you should join our texting community if you haven't already. Head on over to TextKempire.com. That way you don't miss out. I don't want to be annoying to you guys. I already sent you a text this morning. I was like, oh God, I got to send them a text to let them know this breaking news. But so many of you are like, no, we want it. Let us know because YouTube, TikTok, they don't let us know. We're signed up. We hit the bell, but they don't let us know. So I send you a personal text and I'm like, hey, you. Hey, you. We are live. We're live. All right. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Okay. Lana says, wouldn't this be considered retirement? Who stays at a job forever? This is true. But we also have to remember it's almost like forced retirement. It's almost like forced retirement. Wendy has always said that she does not see herself doing the show forever. No job forever. But I also don't think Wendy saw herself leaving the job this way and so soon. Okay. Melissa says she should be paying child support. I mean, look, we could talk about that Sherri Shepherd situation. However, look, it is what it is. The court already decided she is paying child support for that kid at least till the kid is 18, but she's never met the kid. Oh, Happy Joy. Look, you never know. I prefer a YouTuber as a guest host, no celebrity obligation. You know, see, that would have been really forward thinking of the production company, but they don't think like that. They're thinking advertisers want celebrities in there. But can you imagine if they did like a little guest panel of YouTubers? That would have been interesting. But as I just said this the other day, I have not been watching the Wendy Williams show because, first of all, Wendy's not there. I'll watch when Sherri stops by. I don't love it when Michael Rappaport's there. Just saying. I did enjoy when Remy Ma and Fat Joe, I know they're hosting this week as well. Who else is hosting? Oh, I've loved it when Leah Remini was there. Just saying. All right. Shout out to our mods, guys. Don't forget to show love to the mods. Let's show love to the mods. Let me drop the call-in link. Let's hit 400 likes, but I'm going to drop the call-in link because I said 350. So, I'm fair. I'm fair. Let me copy and paste this. And guys, for those that are calling in, again, no profanity. Get straight to the point. The backstage fills up very quickly. So once you've said your piece, drop out so other people can call in. See, Ricky agrees with me. Ricky says, I don't like Michael Rappaport. Me either. And he's hosted multiple times. Oh, goodness. Exactly. And I'm not even putting my hat in the ring. I'm just saying I would love to see that. I think so many people, especially the suits, don't have that forward thinking. They don't realize there are people on YouTube that probably get more viewers than watch what happens live. I'm just saying. Did you see the ratings for Watch What Happens Live this week? Straight shooter. Guys that are just joining us, we had some breaking news in regards to Wendy Williams. Sherri Shepherd, according to TMZ, is going to be the permanent guest host, and they're going to give Wendy Williams until September to see if she makes any improvements. If not, more than likely, the Wendy Williams show will become the Sherri Shepherd show. See why I can't host the Wendy Williams show? Oh, yes. I love Kim Whitley. Guys, if you didn't know, I interviewed Kim Whitley a few times when she was on OWN. So you can check that out on the Kempire Radio YouTube channel, some of my previous interviews. Kim Whitley is just, she's a talent. I'm glad that she's starting to get some shine as well. And you know, she's very good friends and has a podcast show with Sherri Shepherd. So don't be surprised if you don't see Kim Whitley come and hang out with Sherri on the show. Sherri is a good friend to a lot of people. So she's a good woman. She is a good woman. All right. Let's take a couple of callers. Oh, I forgot to pin this, y'all. Let me pin this again. Hold on. Can I find it here? Let me just drop it again. If you haven't liked the video already, guys, be sure to like the video. It's an easy and free way of supporting the channel. And speaking of supporting the channel, don't forget to get your coldest water bottle. What are you waiting on? You know you've been on the website. You've had it in your cart. You haven't even proceeded to the checkout. Proceed to the checkout. And don't forget to use your discount code KEMP10 for 10% off. And we appreciate you supporting the channel, but at the same time, you're getting quality product that you can also get engraved. So no one steals your water bottle at the gym or at home. All right, oh yeah, sidebar, guys. If you didn't know, right before we went live, I posted a video about Nelly. There's certain videos I have fun with. I don't expect to have fun with it. And sometimes I'm like, should I even do a video on this? But it was so much fun talking about the Nelly leaked video. I can't look, YouTube doesn't want to say certain words, but if you missed that video, it was a fun video. Let's have some fun in the comments too with that video. Be sure to check that out on the Kempire Daily YouTube channel if you haven't already. Nelly, y'all are some size queens. I can't. All right, let me take some callers, guys. I want to do this quickly. All right, Amy J's backstage. What's going on, Amy?
Oh my God, Kempire, what is going on?
I mean, okay, what's your reaction to this news?
The wake up, the prices changed. The prices raised for Sherri Shepherd. Yeah. I mean, congratulations. I just don't like how it was done. Like a day before we hear they freeze Wendy's assets and then they give her a show away. Oh, but it's good news for Sherri. I love Sherri.
Have you been loving her on the Wendy Williams show?
To be honest, my favorite was Remy Ma and Fat Joe.
Really? Why is that?
Their chemistry was just so great. I loved it. And I always wanted to see them again. I never got to see them again. So I like them together, but I did. Sherri was my second.
Okay.
But Sherri reminds me so much of Wendy in regards to her aesthetic, like the way she looks. And then she doesn't give me Wendy, tease. Wendy is like going in. Wendy is like, she doesn't have a filter where Sherri definitely has a filter. She's fun though. Sherri is very fun. It's just, I like my coffee hot in the morning, if that makes sense.
What are you trying to say? She's not hot enough?
Yeah, for filling a seat like Wendy. Like when I tune into Wendy, your brain is already adapted to what Wendy's bringing. So that was part of the reason why I could not get into the co-host. I love Rhea Remedy regardless, but on Wendy's panel in her purple chair, no. So Sherri is fun, but I just really feel like I wish Sherri would have gotten her own show, not from Wendy, if that makes sense. But I am like, oh, okay, we're going to have to let it go. Wendy's not coming back. That's fine.
Well, in all fairness, it will be Sherri's show. It will just be in the same studio as Wendy. It's not going to be the Wendy Williams show anymore.
Yeah, but it's how it was done.
Look, because we know.
Yeah, it's kind of like, you give me a sundae, but then you give it to me on somebody and give me a used spoon or something to eat it. No, I don't want the sundae anymore.
Not a used spoon.
You know what I'm saying? It's like we already know where it came from. Like, are y'all gonna let her sit in Wendy's chair again? Like, come on now, let's stop. But I do love Sherri, so I'm not as mad about it because Sherri deserves to have that big check, and she's been working her butt off. In general.
And I think that's part of the reason why they've been taking their time with this information, because last we heard about this story, this was supposed to happen at the top of the year.
Oh. Wow.
Yep.
Didn't know that. Did not know that. I probably won't be tuning in because I watch you more than Kempire. I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry to me. I appreciate it.
Network television is hard to watch now because no one's giving like the way you just came in like hot news. You shot up and just gave us the update. I'm looking for that type of speed, so I'm not trying to be mean. I'll tune in, but it's not my number one priority. Sorry.
All right.
Nelly, no response to Nelly. Grow up, ill. That was it.
Wait, before you go, but again, because you brought up the Nelly thing, and I see people, I think people are weighing in on the Nelly thing. Did you see the video?
No, I just saw like a girl's Nelly. First, I thought I didn't see the video. I just saw the baby hairs. I thought it was Evelyn Lozada. Thank God it wasn't her. But I literally was like, "What is Nelly doing? Gross! Like touching your little Hamlet? No, that's nasty."
Thank you for calling in. You're a mess.
Have a nice day.
You too. All right, we're going to take some more callers, but I just want to say thank you, Dr. Payne, so much for the super chat. Dr. Payne says, hi, everyone. I miss your lives. Good for Sherri, sad for Wendy. Looking forward to Kempire at 11 a.m. on NBC. Just putting that out. Oh, my God. Why you got me at NBC? But it's okay. Looks okay. They're going to clean up their act. They're going to clean up their act. Thank you, Dr. Payne. Thank you for always supporting the channel and for being here. Shout out to all the medical professionals out there. I think people have forgotten to say thank you, especially because we're still literally in the middle of a pandemic. All right, Crystal, I'm going to bring you up for a quick comment. What's going on, Crystal?
Hi, Kempire.
How are you?
I'm good. So with Wendy Williams, I've been watching like her show online, the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Since like 2019, late 2018. And I really like the show. You know, you come there every single day, 5 days a week, and you can get some gossip about celebrities and, you know, a little bit about Wendy's life. Yeah. But during this last year, she didn't come back at all for an entire season. She hasn't been on her own show, and it's quite sad, but it's early retirement for her.
Yeah.
And I haven't really watched with the new people. I tried, but I just miss Wendy. So it's kind of like I'm too loyal to her. I can't watch. So it's like, yeah, she needs a break, but it's sad to see that her show is almost gone.
Yeah. And, you know, to be honest with you, Crystal, for those that don't realize, because I have been watching Wendy from the beginning and I remember when I had a corporate job, I would watch the hot topics on YouTube while I was working. And also, I think what you were referring to was her after show. We would get an after show from her a lot of the times. So you got to like this personal relationship with Wendy on YouTube. I miss that. I really, really do. You know, it's great to have these guest hosts, but
good luck to Sherri and the Nelly video. No, it was not good.
Oh,
I saw.
Really?
Yeah. No.
Now look. Now I need to go back and what? No. Okay. All right. Look. All right, Crystal Size Queen. No. Thank you for calling in, Crystal.
All right. You're welcome.
Bye. Yes. Katrina remembers. Oh my God. I missed the after. Me too. I used to love the after show. At one point, Wendy Williams had an after show on her YouTube channel. It was like almost every day. It was multiple times a day. And then, you know, with everything that was going on in her life and, you know, she was busy. We would get at least maybe once a week, once a quarter. And then, you know, with everything with the pandemic, of course, a lot of that went away. But when she was filming from home, we even got an after show then. But we miss Wendy Williams. I miss Wendy Williams. But I also said, as you know, we were covering this story, you can't push Wendy out there. She's not ready. They were doing that. You remember, we saw Wendy on that show and we were like, something's not right with Wendy. Jennifer, we're going to bring you up for a quick comment. What's going on, Jennifer?
Hi, Kempire. Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes. First of all, I want to say I love you. I have stopped watching every other YouTuber since I found you. No lie.
Thank you. But you can still watch them.
I don't want to. They mess with my brain. And
Oh.
I'm a baby boomer. So I need it straight. I need it right. And I need it honest. And you give it that. That's what
Thank
I
you so
want to
much.
say to you. And I
Thank
really
you.
love you. I've turned my nephew on to you.
Thank you.
So I want to say that. The second, I want to say thank you. I got my coldest water bottle using your code. Hello. Okay.
Thank you for supporting.
Another thing, Macy's need to give you a discount too, because I got my Better Together outfit from you.
Oh, I wish I threw that on. That your little nightwear.
I love it. I love it. And my husband thinks it's about us. No, it's about me and Kempire. So I have to say that. So now to Wendy. It breaks my heart, honestly, because honestly, like I told you, I am a baby boomer. I'm retired. I'm retired from civil rights investigator from Department of Corrections.
Wow.
Thank you for your service. Yeah. So I know Wendy is really, really tough on people sometime, you know, back in the day or whatever and stuff like that. But regardless of what, you don't want to see anybody retire like that. Yeah. I still want her to get better. I still do not like the way her husband did her, you know, and everything like that. So I really do want Wendy to get better. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Sherri, I love Sherri, but can I say something?
Yes, of course.
I really had a bitter taste in my mouth when I found out about the baby stuff. And I couldn't get rid of that. I don't want to judge her because we don't know the story. We don't know everything behind closed doors. But God, that bothered me. Yeah. It really did. So anyway, but I still want to see her flourish. She's still a good person. She's always happy and blah, 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 blah. Nelly, we need to whoop his butt.
Okay, are we whooping his butt for accidentally posting this on social media? Or are we whooping his butt for it being small?
Whooping his butt for posting it because like I told you, I've been with my husband, now 43 years. We've been together since I was 15 years old. Yeah. So, and I ain't putting him out there because he's woo. But, okay. But here's the thing. Because I know the real, like with people and stuff, people think that size stuff and all that doesn't matter. It's the motion in the ocean. Okay.
That's what I was trying to say in my video, but everybody's saying no.
No, the size doesn't matter. Who wants their uterus torn out? Like, really, the size doesn't matter. It's if he knows what he's doing with it, you know. But people shouldn't judge him for that because I just really think you shouldn't judge him for that because you got women judging men because you want them to be big or whatever stuff like that. But then you have women out here that you hear men talking about because they too big. So where you been? You know? So you got to be careful when you're judging because it can go both ways and stuff like that. So you got to be careful with that. Definitely. And so, but honey, when I got your little text, I was like, I was writing a business plan for somebody. I was like, oh, shut down. I got to get on YouTube. But,
I appreciate that, Jennifer. Thank you so much for calling in. And I love the fact that you got your coldest water bottle, but more importantly, you got your Better Together pajama wear. I get no benefit from that, but I love it.
I love it. I love you. I love you.
Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day.
You too. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.
Bye. You guys are amazing. I love it. Look, if you're just joining us, we're talking about the breaking news that more than likely Sherri Shepherd's going to be the permanent guest host of the Wendy Williams show and probably will be taking over in September. Oof. And we're chiming in. We're chiming in about the Nelly story that I did in a previous video. If you missed that video, I had a lot of keying and laughing that I did in that video. Okay. All right. Let me take some more callers. Christy, what's going on?
Missed that video. I had a lot of keying.
Ooh, Christy. Ooh, Christy. Christy, do me a favor. Just turn off whatever tab you have. That way we don't get any feedback, and I'll bring you up. Christy. Ooh. I'm still getting feedback, Christy. Christy, we'll come back to you. Just make sure that your tabs are closed because I'm hearing myself in the background. Those of you that are just joining us, we have over 1,100 people here. Thank you. I didn't think. Look, I said, I don't know if they're going to come, but look, I have some breaking news. We have some breaking news talking about Wendy Williams. You know, we've been following this story for months now. Months. Okay. Busu? I'm going to bring you up for a quick comment. How do you pronounce your name?
It's Buso.
Buso. Okay. How are you?
I'm doing fine. You know what's so crazy? Like the TikTok algorithm, it recommended me to you. Like it kept giving me so much white creators who do pop culture. And I was like, where are the black people? Like, you know, and I'm so happy you came on my For You page. Because
Thank
I
you.
do love pop culture. And it's thanks to Wendy. Like when I've been watching Wendy since I was freshman year in high school. And she really made me get into pop culture and things like that. And this whole story about her just makes me so sad. And I just hope she feels better. And I want her to just come and end the show with a bang. You know what I mean? Because people been watching Wendy for so long. Like how you said you've been watching her for like since she first started. So I just want her to get better and just come back and just end it good. And then she can like, you know, give Sherri like the show. But I just don't want her to just like end the show and just never come back and they just bring back Sherri. You know what I mean? Like I just want her to end the show on a great note. Like we know she's like suffering, you know, with the divorce and everything. I don't know. I just miss her a lot. She was literally my morning routine. Like it's so crazy. Like I just miss her, you know?
Me too. Me too. Anything else before we let you go?
Oh no, I just want to say like keep doing the great work you do. Like I've been subscribed to you since the beginning of January and I'm gonna continue. And I just love your work and everything that you do with like pop culture and everything. And it's good. And it's really good. And I'm just happy that you're here and breaking this news because not a lot of people are covering this, you know.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you calling in.
All right. Bye. Thank you.
All right, look, the line is coming up. I guess people's notifications are going out. Notifications are going out. Oh, Cocktails with Lisa's backstage. We're going to bring her up in just a second. But as a reminder, guys, some of you were asking me about where's the podcast episode, Kempire? Sorry, I've been so busy with other pop culture news. But don't forget to subscribe to Kempire Radio, preferably on Apple Music, Spotify. You're put in timeout. But we're available on other podcast platforms as well. Be sure to subscribe. That's where we talk about other topics that we don't get a chance to talk about anywhere else. Kempire Radio on all podcast platforms. Don't forget to download. Don't forget to rate and review because it does matter. We're going to bring up Lisa for a quick comment. What's going on, Lisa? How are you?
Hey, darling. Happy lunch.
Yeah.
Lunch. Yeah. I would just want to say, I'm going to miss her. I mean, I like the last caller. I love Wendy. And I don't give a care nobody. I haven't seen nobody, Sherri Shepherd, Michael Rappaport. Ain't nobody ever did Hot Topics like she does it. Yeah. And I'm kind of sad because that's where I used to get all my Hot Topics from. And I like when she read and throw shade, and I love that. So I still got my damn word card thing, that recorder thing, to come on her show, but I don't watch the show no more. Yeah, I just don't, because it's not the same without her. It's not. It's not the same without Wendy Williams. And like the other caller said, I just want her to get well. You know, then now she got this other stuff going on, but they freezing her accounts and stuff. I mean, can the woman get a break?
I know it's a very sad end.
It is it's very sad, but but like the other caller said, I want her to get well, come back. And if she sat there in her show, in it on a good note, not a sad note. To me, it's just sad that they had to end, somebody else is taking over her place. Yeah. And I like Sherri. I like Sherri, but baby, she ain't no Wendy Williams, okay?
Oh.
I'm sorry. I like her more on The View than I like her on Wendy. Okay? Really? Let's be clear about that. But you go home and have a beautiful day.
You too, Lisa. Thank you so much for calling in.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. Some people were asking about the frozen accounts. Guys, if you missed our story over the weekend about Wendy Williams suing Wells Fargo, I have posted a link to that in the description of this video. So be sure to check that out. I give more details on what's going on in that regard. Also, check out the Nelly story for those of you that are wondering, why are you guys talking about Nelly? Well, we're talking about Nelly leaking his own situation online. Okay. Sanazo, I'm going to bring you up for a quick comment. What's going on, Sanazo?
Hey, Kim.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well.
So I follow a medium on Instagram, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so this medium usually predicts well, she gets clients and everything, but she usually publicly predicts celebrities' lives and so on. And she's been correct on Kim Kardashian, Kanye, I mean, all the celebrities, babies,
Can you tell
Kylie
us who it
falling
is?
pregnant. It's I'll put the name in the chat once I'm done because I have to go check it again.
Text it to me on texting community.
Okay, I'll do that. Actually, it's going to be a bit difficult for me because I don't know if I can do it if I'm in South Africa.
Oh, no worry. Then tweet it to me. Look, tweet it to me.
I'll tweet it to you.
Send an SOS to me somewhere.
I will. So she has said that she also predicted Wendy's father, I think, passing away, or mother, or something like that.
Her mother passed.
And she said that Wendy would lose her show. She'd fall sick. She'd blah, blah, blah. She'd lose her show. And eventually they would have to shut down. So the Wendy show as we know it will be no more. And then everybody will obviously be fired. Then Wendy will come back after a few months or a year, whatever, on a different network, I think, with a brand new show. So everything she said is currently unfolding.
Wow.
But I'll tweet you her handle and read all about Kanye and very interesting.
Wow. Okay. Well, Sanaz, we appreciate you calling. What time is it in South Africa?
It is 10 to 11 at night.
So it's late. We appreciate you watching and calling in.
Thank you.
Bye. Y'all know I love me a good medium. Let me just say thank you. Obi, thank you so much for the super chat. Obi says, Whitney and how do Whitney and Heather get into this? Whitney and Heather is like Ernie and Bernie, grumpy and mean. Foxy Ripley. Zion is such a spiritual place. I do not understanding the yelling and animosity. The Heathers. What? We are not talking about Salt Lake City right now. But thank you for the super chat. What is happening? All right. Philly Diva's backstage. Before we bring Philly Diva up, guys, if you're just joining us, we're talking about the breaking news that more than likely Sherri Shepherd will be the permanent guest host of the Wendy Williams show before they decide, possibly in September, to turn it completely to the Sherri Shepherd show. As you know, we reported on this story back in December that more than likely come at the top of the new year, we would have a new, or at least more definitive answers on what is going to happen with the Wendy Williams show. As you know, Wendy Williams has been dealing with a lot of ailments. And then, of course, some of the side stories that we've been telling you about and allegations of alcoholism, of dementia, just a lot of stuff is out there. And just over the weekend, we're reporting on Wells Fargo freezing Wendy Williams millions of dollars that she has within the bank. All right, we're gonna bring up Philly Diva. What's going on, Philly Diva?
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys doing today?
Doing well. What are your thoughts on this?
Okay, so I came up on Wendy. Like, I remember when she first moved to Philadelphia in the 90s. Like, I was a freshman in college. And that was right after her outing certain celebrities at certain underground DL clubs. Like, I remember everything. Wendy was spilling real tea. Like, so the TV Wendy you guys have is like a watered down version of the Wendy I grew up with.
On radio.
So I miss Wendy. I miss radio Wendy. I miss Wendy. And it's really sad to see what her show has become. And I don't want to say it's all Kevin's fault, but all this started with Kelvin. So I don't want to say F you, Kelvin, this is all your fault and you made Wendy's show a piece of crap. But you can take that for what it is. I know the thoughts of Philly Diva are not the thoughts of Kempire and Kempire Radio and Associates. So
let me put the little thing up. Go ahead, keep going.
You know, out of all the replacements, you know, Sherri is my favorite, and that's because she's no stranger to daytime. And, you know, she does that kind of tongue-in-cheek shade, a much more Diet Coke version of Wendy, you know, very saturated, very sugary sweet, and it's cute. You know, I don't know if we're ever going to get the Wendy Williams experience again. I would love to see her on a podcast. I don't know if she can do a whole show, but I would love to see her on a podcast really just kind of killing the game, doing Radio Wendy, going back to Radio Wendy, and showing, no offense, showing all you blogospheres really how it was done. So I love my Wendy. Like, I love her. I've been to the show a few times, and all I want is for her to heal and come back so much better than ever, so much stronger.
Yeah. Philly Diva, we appreciate you calling in.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Bye. It's so true. Wendy Williams, for those of you that aren't familiar with Wendy Williams from the radio versus Wendy Williams daytime, because a lot of people got familiar with Wendy Williams from daytime. But if you've been listening to radio, she was a whole other level in comparison to what you saw on daytime television. Sarah says this: I knew that this was going to happen. Wendy needs to take care of her health. Love your show, Kempire. Thank you so much, Sarah. Vanessa says, okay, I just sent the Nelly video. What's the big deal? I mean, big is not the deal, part of the deal. That's what people are saying. You guys are a mess. K11 says, that's right. The radio show was fire. It really was. It really was. Guys, don't forget to like the video. We have almost 1,300 people watching. We appreciate you. We decided to go live to cover this story because so many of you, when we do the pre-recorded videos on Wendy, have a lot of opinions, a lot of people that wanted to weigh in and share your thoughts about what's going on Wendy Williams. We're going to bring up Barbara. What's going on, Barbara?
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Of course.
I love your show. Let me tell
you
you something. I don't want to see Sherri nowhere. Okay. With Michael is doing such a good job. He's I'm sorry. They need to give it to him. I love Michael Rappaport. I'm trying to sound, I don't know how to pronounce his name.
No, you just did it. Michael Rappaport. Yes, okay, so you think Michael Rappaport should get it?
Man, I'm so tired of seeing these black women. Nobody can replace Wendy. We need a man up there. And I love that white man. He's funny. He's energetic. He's down to earth. I love him. I'm sorry. Because I have stopped totally watching the Wendy Williams show. And I would never watch with Sherri on anything about that baby situation. It's against my religion to deal with people like her. So I don't want to be bothered with her. No, I don't want to even see her. No, but I love the energy of Michael. Michael needs to be seen. Let's give these white men a break. Come on. They need some affirmative action.
You're just trying to be funny in here. You're just trying to be funny.
No, I'm not.
You just wanted to be differing, didn't you? What?
No, white people need some affirmative action. I'm tired of seeing the black women.
All right. Goodbye, Barbara. Thank you so much for calling in. What in the... What in the hell? But look, as I said to you before, we love hearing your different opinions. You don't have to agree with me or the other callers or people that are listening or watching. But Barbara, really? Affirmative. As soon as she said this white man needs an opportunity, I said, what in the Andy Cohen? All right, let me bring Obi up. Obi.
Oh, hey. Kempire. Sorry, I was even ready before you brought me up. So, yeah, no to Michael Rappaport. Definitely yes to Sherri Shepherd. I think she's actually a good replacement for the show. But here's the thing. There are a few people in pop culture. Let me put it this way. There are a few celebrities in pop culture who cannot be replaced. And one of them is Wendy Williams. So I personally feel like they should just cancel the show already. It's not like I don't miss Wendy Williams. I actually really love her. I listened to a lot of her radio. I thought she was great on radio, actually, even better than the daytime talk TV.
Yeah.
And I watched a lot of Wendy. I'm actually a Wendy fan. Like, I can't believe I'm saying that, but I'm a Wendy fan. But I feel like it's better if they just kind of wrap it up. The reason why I have that thought process is because, and I know I see your face, I have the same face too. There are some people who are kind of like, have grown up with this show, and it's kind of embedded in their aura, if I should just put it that way. Mm-hmm. So it would be good that they gave it like a proper ending with it, and then kind of like segue into what the next dream or the next vision would be. as opposed to like dragging it, and then this person is going to become the new host, and then this person is going to become the permanent host, and then Wendy Williams is possibly going to come back and maybe not, and then like the back and forth is kind of becoming ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of feeling it for Wendy herself, because I feel like, I mean, she could leave more gloriously. Dang, I'm using so many big words today than what is actually being portrayed. So those are my thoughts, and that's it. I'm out.
All right, Obi, thank you so much for calling in. All right. I just wanted to say thank you, Tella, for the super chat. I have stopped watching Wendy without Wendy. A lot of people, but as I said to you before, when we were covering this story, I haven't checked the ratings recently, but the ratings have been doing okay without Wendy Williams. Keep in mind, when that original story broke, they were comparing it to reruns of Wendy Williams' show, not new episodes of what Wendy was doing. Okay, because as I reported in this TMZ article, the Fox stations still want Wendy to come back. That's why they're holding out to September. They still would like Wendy to come back because they understand that Wendy does have a core fan base that want to see Wendy. Thank you so much, Tella, for the super chat. As C. Sandra says, I miss Wendy. She's a trailblazer, without a doubt. Okay, Kathy Jackson's asking the question, what is the baby situation that Sherri was involved with? Okay, look, I can't give you all the specific details right now because look. So Sherri was married to this man. Sherri was married to this man that she met through her good girlfriend, Niecy Nash. Damn, me and this brain, the things that I have to remember in pop culture. So Niecy Nash, first of all, they're still good friends, Sherri and Niecy. They're still good friends. Niecy introduced her to this man, okay? This man, they ended up dating. It was fast and furious. They ended up getting married. They were going through the process of having a surrogate, but then the relationship ended before the baby was even born. But the man sued Sherri for child support because he was going to still have the baby, regardless if Sherri wanted to be involved or not. So the court said, Sherri, you made an agreement with this man to have the baby. So now you're going to pay child support for the next 18 years. Fast forward to today, Sherri has not met the child. Oh, that was awkward. Okay. All right. We have a lot of people backstage. All right, Georgia, aka Jordan, what's going on?
Messy. Oh, that is so messy. It's such a that entire story is messy. Like everything about it is messy and sad. But I just listen. While I'm happy that Sherri Shepherd got this, opportunity and whatnot, I just think they really should just go on and develop this woman her own show. Like, because I mean, while this is one of the best auditions we're ever gonna see when it comes to somebody going out for a talk show, this is the audition right here. Call Barbara Walters because this is the audition. Yeah. But I just think that it's going to be very uncomfortable when if she actually does take over the show. I feel like people are still like that. She's not going to be able to enjoy it because it's going to have that cloud of this is still Wendy's show. Like she's never going to be able to enjoy it. She's always going to be like that girl that was just sitting there holding the spot for the woman whose show it really is. Like I wish they would just go ahead and give her own show, put Wendy's show in hiatus until they decide if she's going to come back or not, and then just do it like that, because it's like you're dragging everybody. This has to be torturous for Wendy, and it's going to just be all the way around just messy. All the way around just messy. Like 100%.
We have never seen anything like this situation ever on television, so it's hard to say what they can and cannot do, especially because they do have contracts with advertisers. So
right.
I don't know what's going on with that, but Jordan, we appreciate you calling in. I got to get to these. We have like a full backstage. I want to try and get to at least the good majority.
Oh, go ahead, baby. You in that cute sweater.
Thank you. Bye. All right, we have a familiar face backstage. Busy Blues here. Are you ready, Busy?
Yeah.
What's going on, Busy? How
What's
are you?
going on? I'm fantastic. How are you?
Oh, I'm here.
You are looking good. That is a fantastic sweater. I'm loving it.
Thank you. What are your thoughts on this?
So one, who was old girl who was like, we need the white man's They need they need a chance. Look, if I could throw snowballs at Michael Rappaport all day like that man did in that video, I would. I am excited for Sherri Shepherd. I think that she is entertaining. Now, she do need to visit that child for that egg that she gave up. What in the Nick Cannon is this?
It wasn't her egg.
Well, she decided to have a child with him. Sorry. That she contractually decided, okay, we're gonna go in. Even when I have a pet with one of my partners, we do visitation. Okay, you get the pet, I get the pet. We swap off. Okay, so if we're gonna have a kid, girl, you need to go visit your child. But I think she's very entertaining. I think that she definitely keeps me entertained. I think she's light, she's fun. She can be shady. I love this for her. We need to get Rapper Rappaport away from the screen. Okay, I thought Kenya ended him a long time ago. I didn't like him on our screen, and I think that this could still be the Wendy Williams show with Sherri Shepherd. I don't understand why we can't do something like that. For the longest time, we had New Year's Eve with Carson, or not Carson Daly. What was that man? Ryan Seacrest. Yeah. But it was Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve with Ryan Seacrest. So I don't understand why we can't just have Wendy Williams show with Sherri Shepherd, because she created this platform. She wasn't creating. She created a talk show that other individuals are not doing. It's unlike anyone else's. I think we should keep it going at least for 2 years. This is the audition for her to become a part of the Wendy Williams experience. This is the Wendy Williams show with Sherri Shepherd, and I'm okay with that.
Okay. All right.
I'm happy for her. I want her to see her child and to get this show. So
why did I even bring up that story?
I want her to see her child, and I want her to take the show. I am really excited for her. I think she deserves this. The View done missed out. Ain't that a shame? Every time Wendy Williams talking about The View because she's watching it, and now somebody from The View is over here on her show. I did like that other white lady. What was her name? She the one who came. She left the church.
Oh, Leah Remini.
I like Leah Remini. Now, a lot of people don't like her. I like her vocal fry. I think she's hilarious.
I like Leah Remini.
Sherri Shepherd for the win. Okay. All day, every day.
All right. Well, not Mike Rappaport, because apparently we need more white men.
No, Melty Pop Face or whatever Candace called him, he could go. And he could have gone yesterday a long time. I heard he had the lowest ratings. I don't understand why he was still here, unless it was a joke on him and they paid him up front. So they just had to get his shows out, his contract out. But if I never saw him again, it'll be too soon.
Oh, Lord. All right. Thank you so much for calling.
Thank you so much, Kempire.
Have a good day. You guys are a mess. Guys, if you're just joining us, we are talking about the breaking news that more than likely Sherri Shepherd is going to become the permanent guest host for the Wendy Williams show until they figure out if Wendy Williams will return. More than likely, the deadline for that will be September. Apparently, they're figuring out the contract on that and on how they're going to handle that, because a lot of you are already saying, oh, I don't know about this. I don't know if this is cool. I don't know if this is the way I want it to go down. Let me just say thank you. We got a couple of super chats. I just want to say thank you. Hold on. Tella Arm, thank you so much for the super chat. Tella says, you left out the battle over the fertilized eggs that was left after that, after the divorce. Poor Sherri, the shade. Tella, look, there is so much more details to that story. We weren't able to get into everything. The news wasn't about Sherri Shepherd in the custody battle over those eggs and the baby. Lord. Well, she didn't want custody, but she had to pay child support. She's still paying child support. That's why she needs this job. Can y'all be a little more sensitive? All right. Jazzy, thank you so much for the super chat. Jazzy says, nope, I can't with Sherri. She's exhausting. Every time I see her, I hear her saying, maybe the earth is flat, whoopee, bye. All the old Sherri Shepherd stories are going to come out. All the old Sherri Shepherd stories are going to come out. Danielle, thank you so much for the super chat. Danielle says, Blue looks like he's in the scene from Friday. Oh my God, you're right. He did look like that. Shout out to Busy Blue. Yeah, he did. All right. We have a lot of people backstage. Let me get to those folks. Guys, if you're just joining us, be sure to like the video. It's an easy and free way of supporting the channel. There are other ways you can support what we're doing this month for Black History Month. We are trying to raise $1,500, over $1,500 for the Sentencing Project. Be sure to check out our last video for a link so you can donate to that and help us get to our goal before the end of the shortest month of the year. Just saying. All right, Alex, I'm going to bring you up. What's going on, Alex?
Oh my
Alex,
God, I am such a fan of yours. I really, really enjoy your work. I love your no nonsense approach, but yet you always put in a little of your opinion, and we all appreciate that. Now, I'm not going to say S word Shepherd. I'm going to call her fecal Shepherd because only someone made of fecal matter would say I'm going to have a baby and then find out that the man that you married is broke as a joke and then say, oh no, I don't want to have one with you. I'm sorry, you were a full, 56, 57 when you married that cockeyed coot? And then you want to, return a baby to sender? I'm sorry, honey, that's not how things work. Now, I know you may have had 7 abortions, which you mentioned in your book, but you can't actually do one when, it's already in progress. Sorry, sweetie, that's not how things work. That's why I'm not here for fecal Shepherd. She just simply isn't enough. Also, she thought the world was flat. She's basically another Wendy Williams, except this one you can prop up. Was that too much?
Alexander, I appreciate you calling in.
I just have to speak the truth.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for calling in. I got to get to other callers. All right. Bye. Guys, just a reminder. We love having you guys call in. We love your differing opinions, but we still got to be, don't get the light shut off here at Kempire Studios. But some of you may share the thoughts of Alexander. Ooh, someone said in the chat, this too much. This too much. TikTok, guys, we're live on multiple platforms. If you're not following me on TikTok, that's where you get under a minute, recaps under a minute, hot topics at TheKempire on TikTok. TikTok, be sure to follow our backup page at Kempire Daily. That way we can get to 1,000 there. God forbid we're not able to go live here on TheKempire as well, but you're also getting different content there. All right. Thank you, Daphne. Definitely poor Kempire. The things I got, look, there are a lot of creators that will not take callers because of stuff that can be said by you guys. So just let's be respectful. Let's be respectful. All right. At K11, you know what? Shut up. But did he lie? All right. All right. But Sherri does. You know what? I can't with y'all. Leave Wendy alone. Don't kick her while the woman's down. All right. Let's get to these last 5 callers. Let me take this thing down because y'all gonna keep calling in, and I'm not gonna be able to take your call. All right, Anthony, I'm gonna bring you up for a quick comment. What's going on, Anthony?
Hey, Kempire. Anthony from Los Angeles, California. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Good, thank you. So for me, from the Wendy Williams, I met her and I've known her from her experience on Dancing with the Stars. That's how I got introduced to her.
Wow.
And then into YouTube in terms of her Whitney Houston interview, her Mariah Carey interview. That's how I got to know more of her radio experience. But that's how my introduction to her. So I don't have much knowledge from the fans, original OG fans. So that's where I'm gonna come from my own take on this. So for Sherri Shepherd, I didn't clearly do my research on Sherri's background. Okay.
You're learning a lot today.
Yes, thank you so much, callers. But from what I've seen from her on the show, because I can only judge and see from her hosting the show, I do think she's a good choice for this. I agree with the other caller that I think Leah Remini is also another choice. But for Sherri, I do feel more, what's the word? I don't want to, I guess more comfort, more like, oh, I like her vibe and her energy that she's giving to us as viewers and as audience, even our home audience. So I do like her whole vibe that she's doing from the show. I don't agree with the whole permanent guest host. I would just prefer just a host in general, the Sherri show, the Sherri Shepherd show. But I would love an ending to the Wendy Williams show. I mean, I'm sure Wendy does have her idea as to how to end it or when she does. I'm not sure why there's not much pure communication from her to the network.
Well, sidebar, Anthony, not to interrupt you. I also did a story just a few weeks ago. Apparently, producers have not been in contact with Wendy. They can't get in contact with Wendy. The only way they can get in contact with Wendy is through her manager, Bernie.
Bernie, you need to speak to Wendy. Like literally this morning. I don't understand. Because I would like a send off. I don't want this to be a whole, I don't know what word, like cancellation or just ending in general. I want to see Wendy in my screen again, just giving a final goodbye message. I don't think she would want to pass the baton to Sherri in terms of her microphone or the chair, because I think she might be hurt by it. But I remember her saying from time to time, everybody is replaceable. And it counts to her as well if she says this for everybody. And but I do think overall Sherri will be a good choice for it. I don't mind it. Maybe a trial run, I guess, in terms of seeing her in her own set, her own title sequence, everything like that. From September to December, I'm assuming. I mean, might as well. They give Nick Cannon a show. I'm not sure how that's going, but I just think.
I like that little Nick Cannon show. I've been watching a couple of the clips on YouTube.
At time, but I don't see him as like a daytime I don't know. I guess just that's from me coming, but I see more of Sherri. So I would give her a try for sure.
All right. Anthony, we appreciate you calling in.
Thank you, Kempire. Have a good one.
You too. All right. We're going to take D, Phoenix, and hold on, Robin and Miss Sweet Teas. We're gonna bring you guys up, but we'll start with D first. Guys, if you're just joining us, we are live for breaking news in regards to the Wendy Williams show. Just rewind back if you missed anything. D, what's going on?
Hi, Kempire. I love you and I love your show.
Thank you.
Okay. Barbara, I was eating some oxtails a while ago and it fell on the floor. I don't know what Barbara was talking about. No Michael Rappaport in here. No. Regarding Sherri, I think Sherri needs her own show, as a lot of the callers previous to me said. She needs her own show, but not now. They need to close out Wendy, whether if she comes back and gives us a final show or if it's just canceled, but give it some time. I feel like it's like, are Black women just easily replaced? And that's just me. Because Wendy hasn't like closed out her show and they're finding somebody else to take the spot right away. Give her some time. And then they can bring back Sherri and say, okay, give Sherri her own show. That's just my opinion. Okay. I love Wendy. An ex-boyfriend introduced me to Wendy. Yes. On the radio, actually. And I've been keeping up with her ever since then. I'm 33 years old now. But I've been keeping up with her since then. She's like an aunt in my head. And I feel like it's a boyfriend who just text messaged me to tell me that he's breaking up with me, this whole situation. It makes me sad.
Oh, sorry.
But yeah. But you keep up the good work and I love your show. And it's good to see, an outspoken Black man who's, classy with it on YouTube.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
You too. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you to all you guys that call in and share your love and support for the channel. We do really appreciate it. All right, Phoenix, I'm going to bring you up for a quick comment. What's going on, Phoenix?
Hi, Kempire. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Pretty good. I know you guys you're working hard on this new year with all the new news. Yeah. I think that it should be not Wendy leaving the show. I feel like she should step up into like maybe an executive producer, stance for the show. And it would be like Wendy Williams presents Sherri Shepherd and Friends, something of that nature. And Sherri could take over the reins. And I like the way that Sherri is very honest. I love the way that I like her attitude. Her and Norman are really great together, which is a big thing because Norman is a big part of the show. So that's why I said, Wendy Williams and Friends, and Wendy could occasionally come on, even if it is just through, podcast style, as far as from home or wherever, and they do hot topics together. Because of course we love the Wendy hot topics. Is really one of the really big things. That's part of the meat and potatoes of her show. Yeah. Literally. The interviews, I think Sherri is better at the interviewing. I think that people like her a lot more in the interview process as far as things, and she's more relatable because she's been actually in the industry and not just in radio. We have to remember Wendy did come from radio, you know what I mean? And we just grew to love her because of her honesty. But I think Sherri gives it that like little bit of pizzazz of like being a more of a people person. And I think that really honestly Sherri is kind of scared with the whole surrogate situation, because we have to remember this is like her doing everything all over again, including with her first child. So I think it has a lot to more do with that. I think she took a look at the situation and was like, you know, I've raised a child and you got to remember she was married before, and then she's raised a child on her own. And I'm pretty sure, well, not on her own, but you know, she ended up having to pay those men as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Still is paying.
When is it that you get tired of having to pay people because you want a relationship because of who you are? I just think that it's just personally the ethics but behind that is just crazy to me. And I'm pretty sure that was more of her problem. I don't think it was. I think if they were able to get to some type of level of, joint custody or co-parenting, that would have been better. And it's a better layer for the show because it is more of, we have to remember, like the whole surrogacy thing and all of that is very new. It's not something that is traditional or something that people have just been always doing as far as stars coming out with their journey of the whole surrogate thing. So I think that would add another layer to the show, actually.
Yeah.
And that's all.
All right. We appreciate you calling in.
Mm-hmm.
Bye. All right. I just want to say thank you for these super chats, guys. V, thank you so much. V says, deadline stating that when Sherri takes over the Wendy Williams show, the program will be renamed. We did say that in the early report as well. More than likely, the show will be renamed as the Sherri Shepherd Show if that is what they decide to do come September. They're giving Wendy Williams until September to see where she's at. So the show will be renamed. It's not going to be the Wendy Williams Presents, the Sherri Shepherd Show. And that goes back to what Jean Murray said about, the story originally when it came out that Sherri Shepherd was in the running to replace Wendy. He said she wants her own show. This would be her own show, though. It's not going to be Wendy Williams and Sherri Shepherd. It would be her own show. It's just going to be probably the same entire staff. Thankfully, because at least the staff doesn't lose their jobs. So thank you so much, V, for the super chat and for the information. DH, thank you so much for the super chat. Kempire, we need to keep Wendy lifted in prayer. Her marriage, her health, her money, and her show are gone. I can't imagine how she must feel. Most definitely. Thank you so much, DH, for the super chat. Tiffany, thank you so much for the super chat. Tiffany says, went to the Bird app for dragging of Nelly, but now the Bird app, Twitter. The Bird app. Went to the Bird app for the dragging of Nelly, but now I'm sad for the sis who is exposed to the internet because of his recklessness. Happy for Sherri. See, this is why I love when you guys are part of the conversation, because people forget that element of the woman that's in that Nelly video. Again, if you missed that story, that's in a separate video that I reported on right before this live. Thank you so much, Tiffany, for the super chat and for the perspective. Queen of Ace, thank you so much for the super chat. Hi, Alex. If this is how you talk to or refer to women, I'm so sorry for you, sir. Damn all that hate for what? Okay, she's responding to a caller. Thank you so much for the super chat, Queen of Ace. Tracy, thank you so much for this comment. Oh, no, the super chat, but a comment. No one can take Wendy's place, but Wendy needs to retire. She needs to take care of her mental and physical health. Sherri just need her own show. And that's exactly what it would be. It would be her own show. It just would probably be the same exact staff. It'd probably be the same exact staff. All right. Robin, I'm going to bring you up for a quick comment so we can wrap this up. What's going on, Robin?
Hey, Kempire. Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. This is my first time calling. I love your show.
Thank you.
So, I would like to help some of the folks out who are mourning the demise of the Wendy Williams show. Let us be clear, shows get canceled all the time. So this is not new. And I think too many people are conflating her situations and illnesses and all that with the show. While the one impacts the other, they're kind of separate. Now, Miss Phoenix talked about she thinks that people like Sherri more, and that's why they think she's a better interviewer. That goes into this whole thing that everybody's talking about how Wendy, I like her because she ain't got no filter. Well, she ain't got no filter because she ain't had no friends in the industry, right? Remember, let's take it back, because I was with her when she first came to New York on the Lip Station. And a lot of folks, let me tell you, one thing I will give Wendy credit for is turning around the "how you doing" phrase. Because for those of us who were with her Willie way back then, it wasn't a nice greeting. It was, oh, so I heard Kempire's, how you doing? And so that was derogatory. So good on her for that. Wendy, I think, would be in such better shape, except I honestly do believe that in her marriage, she was an abused woman. And also, she ain't had no friends. She didn't have a lot of friends to begin with. And then she was isolated from people by her husband. But remember when they first broke up, what happened? All of a sudden, and she stopped. By the way, whatever happened to her friend Reggie or Regina from California? That was the only friend she ever talked about. We ain't heard from or about her. But then all of a sudden, after the whole breakup thing really happened and was public, her sister Wanda called her. She ain't never talked about her sister Wanda being anything but my sister. She's a lawyer. All the celebrities became her friends because she was enjoying her new life. She was fronting hard. And truthfully, when you watch Wendy, when she was broadcasted from her house, if you didn't know that something was amiss with her, then, well, your eyeballs you're sitting on them. But anyway, you don't wish it. Oh, one more thing. Didn't she tell us she had Graves' disease back when she was on the radio?
Yeah. She's been talking about that for a long time.
Yeah, but then didn't she tell us she was newly diagnosed with Graves' disease when she was on the TV?
I don't recall the actual if she had said I think she may have said that something else came up because of it. I don't know if she said that she was newly diagnosed.
Es que lo recuerdo. I remember. Anyway, that's the Kempire. I'm gonna let you go because it might be past your lunchtime, early bird dinner, whatever you got going on.
Robin, thank you so much for calling in.
I'm here for all of it. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh, you guys are hilarious. I love it. Tamika says, hi, Kimpy. Sherri retracted the flat earth comment on her podcast with Kim Whitley. I'm a little behind on my listening of that, but her podcast is fairly new. So she just retracted it. Okay. All right, Miss Sweet Teas, you're going to be the last caller. I want to hear what you have to say about this new information that Sherri Shepherd, according to TMZ, and they're exclusive, they're saying that she's going to become the permanent guest host of the Wendy Williams show until at least September. They're going to figure out the details if Wendy is well enough to come back to the show. If not, it will be renamed. All right, Miss Sweet Teas, what's going on?
How are you, Kempire?
Oh, well, how are you?
I'm wonderful. I have to say shout out to my mother, Ava, who listens to your show. Okay, every time you post. I don't even watch YouTube. She's 72 years old. She doesn't even know I'm calling in because I never do anything like this. She will be so excited. So hi, mommy. But I have to say, you are doing an amazing job. I love listening to you. You are so articulate, extremely relatable, and kudos to you. And I can't wait until you get your own television show.
Thank
you. I have to say that. I am a huge Wendy Williams fan. I have been listening to her since I was in middle school. I'm now 39 years old. I am from New York. I scheduled my college classes around Wendy's Got the Heat, okay? I would not take my classes after 4 o'clock because I had to have my ears tuned to the radio, okay? So I am heartbroken that she's going out this way. She's done an amazing job. Yes, we know karma is real, but, things happen, and I wish her the very, very best. Sherri is adorable. I have to just tell you a quick story because I thought one day I was going to be on a Wendy Williams show to tell her this story. When I was in college, she had a raffle off of the first BBL underwear, okay? Because I was a little bit challenged back in the day, okay? I was a little flat-butted, okay? So I called my girlfriends and I said, I'm going to send in a fax. I'm going to get these underwears. Well, I sent about 100 faxes, and I'm like, I can't believe I didn't win this raffle. Well, I wasn't sending the faxes to Wendy Williams' show. I was sending them accidentally to my mother's manager. Okay? My mother rushed home on her lunch break and said, girl, what are you doing? My manager got all these faxes about how you want to get a bigger butt with these underwear. I'm telling you, I was so embarrassed. Oh my goodness, honey. It was the worst. Okay. But I just want to say, keep doing a wonderful job. And thank you for accepting my call. And to all, how you doing?
Thank you so much for calling in.
Have a wonderful day.
You too. I love that story. Because for those of you that have been listening to Wendy for a very long time, some of you new look babies are like, what's a fax? I remember she used to use her fax machine. Lord have mercy. Okay. I want to say thank you to everyone that called in. Thank you to Data. Data's been riding with me since Data knows. And for those of you that have been riding with us all year, you already know Data's been with me since I launched Kempire Radio. So he was there when I interviewed Oprah. He was there when we interviewed Brandy multiple times. So Data knows. Thank you, Data. Data says, loving the Kempire love. So Data has seen the journey. He's been loyal. Even with all the people that used to watch and chat and shade with Data, Data's the only one that's still here. So shout out to Data. I appreciate you. And I appreciate all of you that called and shared your opinions and shared some love with me. I love the love. Appreciate you supporting the channel. If you are watching the replay of this, I want to know your thoughts on the news that more than likely Wendy Williams will not be coming back to her show and will be replaced probably by Sherri Shepherd. That has been the consistent story that we've been hearing, according to reports. I told you this at the end of last year. Now we're hearing more information coming from multiple sources, but more than likely, Sherri will become the permanent guest host until they figure out, come September, if it's going to be renamed The Sherri Shepherd Show or Sherri. Who knows? Who knows? All of you shared your opinions. I want to continue that conversation below. Thank you to everyone that sent in a super chat. Thank you to our Team Kempire and Royal Court members. If you'd like to become a member of the channel, head on over to teamkempire.com. And thank you to our moderators. Don't forget to show love to the moderators. It's a lot to manage all of these people in conversations. We appreciate you guys, and we appreciate everyone watching on multiple platforms. We appreciate you. TikTok, The Kempire on Facebook, Kempire Daily on Facebook, The Kempire on Twitter. Follow me there if you haven't followed already. Also, shout out to everyone watching on Twitch. We appreciate you guys. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you guys in the next video. Let's get out of here with some music. That's what we do here. For those that aren't familiar, we play music too. Let's get out of here. Don't forget to like the video. Where are we with the likes? Hold on, y'all. Oh, we are all right. We're already at 1,000 likes. We appreciate you guys. Well, continue liking if you haven't already. Let's get out of here. Thank you.
Yeah, I know. You was right and I was wrong.
This is Elijah with Stubborn.
Yeah, I know. You was right and I was wrong. I need to learn to put my pride in my pocket. Ay. Yeah, I know. You was right. I admit it, that trade can be toxic. Ay. Yeah, I know. You was right. I'm just so stubborn at times. Stubborn at times. You was right. I'm just so stubborn at times. Stubborn at times. You was right. Hey, girl, I hate to see you cry, but that happens every single time we fight. Look, I'm far from a perfect guy, and I do anything to try to make it right with you, baby. Look, I know sometimes I act like I'm unbothered if I end up losing you, baby. You make me better, but we have this forever. I promise I will change. I need to learn to put my pride in my pocket. Ay. Yeah, I know. You was right. I admit it, that trade can be toxic. Ay. Yeah, I know. You was right. I'm just so stubborn at times. Stubborn at times. You was right. I'm just so stubborn at times. Stubborn at times. You was right. The energy ain't been the same, but if we work on it, we surely can regain. Look, I went and booked a private plane, a little vacation in Barcelona, Spain. What you say? Spend some time just you and me to rekindle a special little thing. Ay, I know we always want to agree, can't always have it my way, but I don't want you to leave. Please stay. I need to learn to put my pride in my pocket. Ay. Yeah, I know, you was right. I admit it, that trade can be toxic. Ay. Yeah, I know, you was right. I'm just so stubborn at times, stubborn at times. I know, you was right. I'm just so stubborn at times, stubborn at times. I know, you was right. I need to learn to put my pride in my pocket. Ay. Yeah, I know, you was right. I admit it, that trade can be toxic. Ay. Yeah, I know, you was right. I'm just so stubborn at times, stubborn at times. I know, you was right. I'm just so stubborn at times, stubborn at times. I know, you was right. Hey. You was right and I was wrong. You was right and I was wrong. You was right and I was wrong. You was right and I was wrong.